bassoon assembled, can we have the bassoon solo played by Euphonium?
Say what?
Can you play the bassoon solo? At the
Yeah.
Until we have it assembled. Alright. Totally fine. It's just until we can get a functioning bassoon.
You want a functioning bassoon? You want a lot for that.
I have high expectations.
Oh, okay.
My students, yes. Let's see. Let's get.
How are you, Andrew?
Let's get the snare drum part. Can that be covered by our flute player on the beautiful hand clap? Yeah, and then you'll switch over to the actual part. And
John is the bar high on that. So.
All right. So part one is going to be done by flute, oboe, and clarinet one. Part two, we're going to have clarinets 2 and 3. Well, we have 3 clarinets. All right. So one of you is going to be on the top line, and then the Divici on line 2. I'd like you guys to split it, one person on top, one on bottom. Good.
Divici?
Divici.
Divici. Divici code?
Alright.
Da Vinci.
Oh, yeah.
And trumpets, we'd also like you guys to play line 2. Line 3, let's have bassoon, horn, and alto sax. Line 4, we'll have euphonium, tuba, and let's have bass trombone on line 4. Does that work with you?
Yeah.
Good, good. Alright, are you good to play the... Alright, good. Our euphonium player is saved.
I mean, I was.
Yeah.
Can
you play the timpani part?
Yes.
Alright, that'd be great. Chris, are we ready for a tuning note? Alright.
Why don't you do a scale?
Scale.
Because some people just came in, they haven't had a chance to learn. Just do a scale with them, or beat of one exercise real quick, and that'll get warmed up, and then we'll tune.
Okay.
A lot of them are full.
Okay.
Okay? So beat of one exercise, whatever you want.
Yeah. Let's do concert F. Yeah.
Bebop.
And the beat of one is like every measure I do something different, and when I get to the next measure, we go.
Okay, so beat of one exercise, who can explain that with a few words? But what rhythms do they play?
Every beat.
Okay, so beat of one exercise are quarter notes per measure. Think of it as a quarter notes per measure. You don't know how many. You don't know how fast. You don't know how loud. You don't know the style. Everything is shown. You change your note on the next downbeat. Okay, so it's for them to understand you're conducting immediately. Okay, but it's a great warm up. Okay, off you go.
Oh, sorry. We are in concert F, just making sure. I don't know if everyone got that. I apologize.
So quarter notes per pitch. So you're showing quarter notes. Okay. Too many things out at them, which was good. Oftentimes when I go do clinics and I introduce the beat of one to the conductor, the conductor will almost try to mess up the ensemble and do things that are very, that don't make a whole lot of sense, just to make sure the ensemble's following. You didn't do that. Everything you did was predicated on them playing with the best possible tone and having a style that is really the style of this piece, which was very smart. So that was good. But the beat of one exercise, you change tempo, which you did. You change meter, which you did. You change dynamic, and you change style. And that's what we did. But, you know, maybe what we should do, the first conductor, we used to do this, the first conductor to conduct every morning, let's have some kind of a warm-up. Even though there's a little warm-up, it'll just take a minute or two. But it'll help you to develop other kinds of warm-ups. And this is just 1 out of 1,000. Okay? All right, now let's tune and off we go. Good. That's good. You're welcome. And I'm sorry, before we, well, yeah, let's keep the chairs in case they come late. I was going to bring you guys over, but yeah, okay, off we go.
Since some people walked in late, I just want to make sure that we all know our instrumentation, we know where we are. Does anyone not know what line they're playing? Andrew, you are on line 1.
Grant.
Grant, you're with the rest of the trombones on line 3.
The rest of the trombones.
Well, sorry, you actually are the only
trombone section.
Yeah, never mind. My apologies. You're on line 3.
He was hoping to play the melody at the beginning.
Oh.
I mean, now I
Alright. Oh, well, yeah. Affecting a lot of change, which is really good. One thing to be careful of, we had it in the warm-up as well, there's a lot of leaning in to the ensemble. Frederick Fresnel used to do that a lot, and it worked for him, especially when he wanted a subito piano, but he didn't do it a lot. And the more things you do a lot, the less effect it ultimately has. So just try to be more grounded. Yeah.
Just think of being well-balanced. Remember when Dr. Cassini came, and she worked with us about Alexander technique, just being well-balanced, okay? Right before the 5s, the gesture syncopation, and then the gesture syncopation at the end. Bum, bum, those 2 big ones. We need a little bit more of a stop in the travel, and that'll help the gesture to be more together. I really liked the retard you took at the end, but it was very abrupt. So think of a retard as a rubber band that is pulled like this. Your retard was like that, and it may have snapped. So what you want to do is prepare the retard a little bit, and then get more into it.
Okay.
But I'm curious to really see what you want to do there. let's do the last little bit here. Let's do the last 8 bars, please.
Let's see.
And try to remain more
More
centered.
yes.
More centered. You know, think of when you play your saxophone. How often do you practice your saxophone standing in front of a mirror?
Anytime I can get a practicing with the mirror.
Okay, so you're standing, you're watching yourself in the mirror, and you move when you play, but you're not leaning forward or live.
Mhm.
Okay, you do move when you play because you're alive. But you know, think about playing your saxophone and how grounded you feel. How
Mhm.
grounded you feel as you play, and transfer that to the podium.
Okay.
Okay? Last 8. Bum, bum, bum. We need a little bit more of a stop in the gesture syncopation, and that will help them to play it more together.
Okay.
My issue is that you're not showing a gesture syncopation.
Right.
That's not the issue. My issue is what you're showing is not helping them play really well together.
Okay.
Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
8 before the end.
So look at the measure that the gesture occurs in. Yada-dee-da-da. Bum, 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 bum. So you're thinking of this in 4, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yes.
So on beat 3 is your gesture syncopation.
Right, okay.
Or some people have conducted that in 3.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of like that too. Yada-dee-da-da. Bum, 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 ba-da-dee-da. That's another way to do it, which
Okay.
I like as well. But are you thinking 4 or 3?
I'm thinking 4.
You're thinking 4. Okay, so right on beat 3 is your gesture. Okay,
Okay.
so let's do that measure directly, the 5th bar from the end. Not just think about that, but think about the retard that you want to the end and pacing it right to the end.
Yes.
Okay? Same? Good, that's much better. That's much better. And there's times that you're kind of reaching out to them, especially in quiet spots like how this ends. I would just bring them more into you. Bring them, use this space a little bit more. Bring them into your space. Okay, very good. Very good. Comments, please.
Yes.
I think you'll benefit from being more, like Dr. Ross was saying, being more well-rounded. Sometimes, like whenever you started the exercise at the beginning, you're like, your arms were like back. So if you think about that beach ball.
Thanks.
Your facial expressions are awesome. I feel like they really convey the emotion that you're trying to get across, and others are driving.
I agree. I think you're doing a great job. The only thing that I have really is that sometimes, I noticed it especially when we were doing the exercise at the beginning, your left hand, when you're just beating time, seems to go like this. It's like you're grabbing each note. I don't know if that's artistic or something, but like it just kind of, I think it got distracted.
It's not conscious. I didn't realize I was doing that, so that's
Yeah.
good. That's good feedback to get. Thanks.
And that's called an idiosyncrasy. We all have them, and that's a really good comment. It's like pulling taffy. When Mr. Rose first came to us, he's not here to defend himself, but he would agree. When he first came to us, he had this kind of gesture a lot. That was something that he and I worked out. Yeah. Okay. Other ideas?
I also noticed that sometimes when you get to the top of a crescendo, you like go like this, like a high 5, and then they crescendo. So,
Is it because you really like it?
Maybe I'm just living in the past, you know.
but I would I would just work on that.
Yeah, I mean that. Okay.
So you're saying that at the apex of a crescendo, it looks like you're playing too loudly, and he's asking you to play quieter?
Yeah.
Okay.
Immediately.
And immediately. Okay. Forte piano kind of thing. Okay. All right. Other ideas? Great job. Thank you.